Hey everybody, this is Paul doing a quick little video. Um, just kind of showing you some portfolio moves, just different things that are going on. I'm down a little bit. Week's been a little, uh, week's been trading flat, and I haven't really added too much money. I added a little bit in my IRA, about 50 bucks here. Just bought one share of, I think it was Coke or something. Let me see here. Yeah, I added one share of Coke. Just building up my IRA a little bit at a time. And then in the portfolio, pretty much moved out of anything speculative. So any of the SNDLs, just pretty much any of the weed stocks, any of the meme stocks. That run might be over until the next one comes along. It seems like the next thing that everybody's rushing into right now is Bitcoin. Haven't really messed with that. I might someday if it ever corrects. I'm, I don't know, waiting for some kind of international regulation or something, or I don't know, something's gonna go on there. I have a feeling. We'll have to see how it goes. Um, yeah. So just basically moved out of just different things. Moved out of my energy position. I didn't like how they responded to the whole Texas thing, and I didn't. They definitely aggravated me with the whole Louisiana thing, and I can also put the money to work better places. So I added my energy money that was in there, and I moved it into Walmart actually because it pulled back after the recent earnings. Where they actually beat earnings, but they did kind of give a warning that a few things would need to happen, such as the stimulus, for their stock to go back. To kind of maintain these levels. I think they can maintain these levels easy. Um, Especially since they announced pay increases that go effect into March up to like $19 or something like that. So I think Walmart's just going to be ridiculously solid going forward. Um, Another one that I was looking at, and this is kind of a Texas play to be honest with you. This is Home Depot. I used to own this. I've been owning Home Depot on and off for a while now. Um, I had like 10 shares back in March, and then I sold out of it after I got to like 240. So I made a hefty profit on that. Definitely thinking about jumping back in, especially after taxes and seeing some of the damage that came out of there. There's going to be some serious repairs that need to be done in Texas. I could see Home Depot running to 320 or something like that easy, very very easily, and then it goes straight into hurricane season. Um, and then also the other reason for looking at Home Depot was the home, like just the home numbers that keep coming out every day, or not every day, like every week, that show month over or week over week housing increases. I think it's week over week, but or maybe it's month over month. But just house increases, like the people buying houses and stuff, keeps going up. I think it's in here somewhere, but that keeps going up, which is actually a good sign. It always benefits Home Depot. I'm gonna jump back into there pretty soon. Um, Got a tax return coming up. You're gonna see this number jump by 2 grand. Actually, what I plan on doing is I'm probably gonna add 1,000 here to my main account, and then I'm gonna add 1,000 to my IRA account since I still have I think up to $6,000 I can throw into there. So where would I put that money? Mm, if I wanted to put that money to work, uh, probably could build up a position in Pepsi a little bit more. Definitely buy about 9 more shares in there. Um, AT&T, I could build up a position. Walmart. The next goal is to get so now that I have everything kind of close to 1,000 where I want it. Um, when it comes to my stocks, definitely the next goal is to just get everything over 2,000 and then 3,000, that kind of thing. Um, which kind of keeps it even. Apple did do a pullback, so I might actually add more shares there. I'll have to see when the money's actually there and what the market's up to. Um, this is mostly a dividend portfolio, and then Apple doesn't really pay dividends, so Apple's mostly a capital gains play, but then you have to deal with capital gains taxes and just different things you have to fill out on your taxes. Um, so I'm hoping that someday they just start to really go wild with their dividend. I don't see why they haven't already, but that's Apple. guess they're waiting till they get big enough. I don't know. I don't really. I'm not an analyst for Apple. I have no idea. But so that's kind of where we're at right now. Just kind of just going along smooth. Like I said, in the last week or so, had a minor pullback. Um, as the market's traded flat, waiting for the stimulus to go through, and then this is kind of where I'm so pretty much sitting right here. Just kind of going up. Next month, a big month coming up for dividends. As you can see right here, next month's the big month for dividends. That's when I get the 180, just extra 180. That's pretty much when everything starts to pay out. The next thing that's going to pay out is CAT. But I mean, if you just look at how many are just lined up in March, it's just boom, 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 one day after another. That just all coming in March. One of the things I'm going to do, actually, I was kind of looking at it, is in this April range right here, these little inter-months right here. To eventually make this into kind of like a retirement account, you got to have kind of like a steady income. So once every 3 months wouldn't make any sense. So kind of have to build up this little anything that pays out in April. I was looking at. So that's obviously I was just talking about Walmart. So this is definitely something I could see easily building up. J.P. Morgan is a monster. They're just huge. They're pretty much taking over the banking sector. And then also you have your O's and main things that pay every month. Cisco I could see building up a position in. And then kind of looking at this other intra-month right here, in this May range, General Dynamics could easily build up a position in that. Verizon, for example, their dividend's huge. I could easily build up. Only own 29 shares and they're paying $18, but I could easily see building up a position. Caterpillar for sure. That's just worldwide. Just I don't see these companies going anywhere. Oh, another. I forgot to say this too. I built up a position in AbbVie. I've been wanting to do that for a while. Just never got around to it. So I built up this position right here. This was part of the energy money too. Right here, bought 10 shares. Put me over 1,000. Posted about that on my Twitter because I was kind of mad at energy at the time. But yeah, just kind of general overview. Everything's going smooth. Next month's going to be the real active month, and then pretty soon I'll have the part of my tax return that we're going to throw into here. Normally with my tax return, what I like to do is I like to put some of it towards debt, about a quarter of it towards debt, half of it towards some type of savings, and then the rest of it is just kind of like sits in my checking account or goes into like just my regular savings account. And then that's just kind of what I do with my tax returns. Basically, Lisa, and that's really honestly what I do with my checks too. Just any checks that I get from work. I try to save as much as humanly possible, even though I'm in my 30s. I don't want to have to be working until I'm in my 60s. So just smoothly going along here. Once I had that 2,000, gonna hit that 46,000 mark, which is a pretty nice one. Hoping to get back up to that $50,000 milestone. Since I pulled money out and whatnot to do those major improvements to my house, I would like to cross that 50,000 mark again pretty soon. I should be able to hit that really soon, especially if the government sends us another stimulus check. I'll end up taking half of that and throwing it in here. If anything, I'll take half of that and throw it into the IRA. A large amount of that and throw it into the IRA. So you'll see this. March is probably going to be a pretty big month. I have a feeling. So it's going to be tax return, and then I think stimulus either towards the middle of the month, depending on when the Senate gets to it, or towards the end of the month. But either way, March is going to be huge. So I have dividends, tax returns, and stimulus to probably look forward to sometime in March. So that's going to be real jumps. I'm not going to claim that as me being some genius investor. I know some people you're going to see their accounts jump all of a sudden. They're going to be like, look how much I made. I'm going to be like, no, that's kind of dumb. But, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and y'all have a nice day.